we're about to go in with Jenny Mullen at BBC Radio Jersey. You can see her behind me doing her stuff. Coming soon.
Katie Tunstall, and Suddenly I See here on BBC Radio Jersey. It's just gone 3:30. So, yoga in a kilt? You might say why, and to that I say, well, why not? I mean, yoga can be a great way to relax after a long day, can't it? So why not let it all hang out while you're doing it? Someone who knows all about that joins me in the studio now, sporran and all. Finley Wilson is known online as the Kilted Yogi, and he's a YouTube sensation with around 50 million views. A social media sensation. I cannot think why. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thanks for having me.
And you know what? Just nice kilt.
Thank you very
It's
much.
a great kilt. It's a great kilt. Great socks as well.
Thanks.
I'm loving that. And
Put together a whole outfit.
I'm pleased that you have the Scottish accent. It gives it kind of a reason to be doing this. And I'm pleased as well. You've got quite a big background in yoga, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, I've been doing yoga for 13 years, so it's kept me very busy.
So there we go. There's the answer to the why. Not that you really need an answer, I don't think. When did you start the Kilted Yogi? How did it happen? I understand it was something that went pretty viral, wasn't it?
It was. So actually, I was making short content for BBC The Social, and I made a video about my rescue dog, and he got 3 million views, and then they said, make whatever you want. I said, yoga in kilts, how about that? And they were like, all right, it won't be as popular as your dog. It was. Within a day, it already had 3 million views, and actually now it's clocking, with the Kilted Yoga stuff now, it's clocking about 100 million views.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's quite amazing, really.
Did you ever imagine to be doing something like this? I imagine this is the day job now.
Well, even within 24 hours of that video going online, I couldn't believe it. So everything pretty much changed from that point. You know, since then, we've been busy. I've been traveling all over the world, and I've got a really busy traveling calendar even for next year. So it's been amazing, and to be like almost a cultural ambassador for Scotland about health and mental health and yoga is actually a really great thing to be able to do as well.
Absolutely. I mean, there's definitely some freedom of expression going on there, even though I couldn't quite express that myself. The rugged backdrops have been given a good kind of tick, haven't they? They've been approved.
Definitely. I mean, a lot of the stuff we do, we choose like really beautiful locations all over Scotland. I'm usually taking the photos with my twin brother. So we go out, you know, on weekends and take these photos and record videos and post them, and people really, yeah, they love them.
So you've got a twin brother. Is this an identical twin brother?
Identical twin brother.
I mean, that's
yes.
kind of handy, isn't it?
It's super handy if I need to step in.
That is brilliant. So does he get involved as well, or he's just taking the photos?
He does most of the video and the photos for me, which is great because, you know, I'm rubbish. You know, I'm like a 10-second timer on an iPhone kind of photo guy. So it's good to have somebody doing that properly.
So people are enjoying the Scottish backdrops, but they are also, I'm presuming, making some comments about your yoga and your attire. Am I right?
I mean, I'm sure they're there for like the yoga heritage. I'm sure that's what it must be. I mean, most of the time that we're doing stuff, the kilt is there as an accessory to freedom. Let's call it that.
Let's call it that. I mean, I've got to ask you, I was gonna save this till the end of the conversation, but can I ask you what you're wearing under your kilt now?
On invitation to Jersey, I have been severely warned that I must wear undergarments. So there we go.
That wasn't me that told you that. Was it? Who told you that?
It wasn't you expressly. It's more that I believe some people asked when they saw the announcements about me coming, and they decided to make sure that they would put it in writing. So it's in writing.
That's hilarious.
But I've got some fun rainbow undies for tomorrow.
I absolutely love it. We're very proper in Jersey, and I think that's probably, there's going to be, you know, families around tomorrow, let's say that, for Pride, because that's the reason you're over, isn't it, for Channel Islands Pride?
Yes, so we've been doing Pride parades quite a lot this year, so we've been invited as sort of cultural ambassadors for Scotland, but also about Scotland's message about inclusivity, and actually lots of different prides all over have invited us to kind of come along. So it's really great to be able to come down here and bring that message of diversity, inclusivity to Jersey, where, you know, we recorded the video last year.
And tell me what happened at a recent Pride a little further afield.
So at Pride in Washington, DC, I had done some sneaky organising with the Scottish Government and the organisers of Pride, and we stopped the parade right in front of the judges' float, and I jumped down from the float and grabbed the microphone that I had organised and popped the question to my fiance Alan. So I've given away like what his answer was, and then confetti cannons went off, and yeah, so now to be wed.
I love this. I like confetti cannons. I mean, there's some effort gone in there.
Well, like I'm not one for like. I'm quite dramatic, let's put it that way.
Well,
I
think
drama.
we might have gathered that from the whole kilt and the having to be told to put underwear on. I think we probably got that. And I know that here in Jersey, they're wanting to celebrate that, aren't they, and sort of commemorate your engagement.
Yeah, so they're wanting to celebrate that because I think it was a really great thing for people to see was the act of inclusivity, and some people said was an act of bravery, which perhaps, but to us it's us being ourselves, and we get to be here and have a little bit of like an engagement celebration with people, which is fantastic.
Tell me, what difference does wearing a kilt make when you're practicing? I'm back to the kilt question. And my producer and I have been working on this. This is her question, so I'll be intrigued to see what you say to it.
Air circulation.
Yes.
So that's the main one. The second one is that it's, for me, initially it was connecting to that piece of my like Scottish heritage. It was like, how can I show people some of the most beautiful places in Scotland wearing something that is so iconic about Scotland whilst doing something that is actually a passion of mine that is inherently not Scottish, the yoga part. And it was a way to really fuse parts of that together, and it just so happens that it's become almost my entire identity.
It's brilliant. I wondered what your mum thinks of it though.
I think initially I was aware of a crippling sense of shame, and now she's the person that will like buy the calendar, buy the book, and give it to everybody.
Give it to all her friends.
Yeah.
I
And she's delighted because so many people write to her and be like, I've seen your son's butt.
And if anyone does want to see that, what's your book called?
So it's called Kilted Yoga.
There we go. And it has got beautiful pictures of Scotland in as well.
Yeah, the main point of that was like piggybacking on the success of the video. I wanted people to actually be able to pick up a book and go, okay, I can start yoga. Maybe I don't have a class I can go to. Maybe I don't have the right materials. And it was showing people it doesn't matter what you wear. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be outside. You could be in a kilt. You could be in trousers. You could be in whatever you want. You can do yoga. And so it was a way of me sharing the teaching that I do with people for the first time. And it really accelerated that, getting people who've never done yoga before to actually give it a try.
Because you are a yoga teacher, aren't you? There's a serious aspect to this.
So we, both Alan and I run a yoga studio in Dundee, which is also a charity. So all the classes that we do fundraise for stuff that we do for kids. So we have like a 5-day-a-week completely free kids schedule, and I run a lot of stuff for kids with disabilities, and lots of different outreach classes in Scotland.
That's amazing. So you are more than just your kilt. And actually, to prove that, you mentioned to me earlier, didn't you? You came through reception and the receptionist said, wow, I love your beard. Which was not what you usually get.
No, I was expecting a comment on the kilt. I don't think she noticed it, but then she noticed it and she obviously complimented the kilt as well.
I love it. You have got a great beard as well as a great kilt and some great yoga moves, I hope, as well. I wondered if you could maybe show me one of them here in the studio. Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to just chat away while you stand up and move your microphone with you. That's probably a good idea.
Sure.
So we'll both stand up here. I'm so sorry I couldn't find a kilt at home.
That's absolutely fine.
We'll just celebrate your kilt there. And well, let's see. Give me a move.
Is that a move that you want to do as well?
Oh no, God, just show me something spectacular that
Okay.
you've got actually. Oh my gosh, the leg's coming up to the chin.
Yeah.
Your toe is touching your chin.
It's just like you do with buttercups to see if you like butter. But
I'm trying to maintain eye contact with you now. Oh my gosh.
I know, it gets a little bit risky if you don't maintain eye contact.
Let me see how far I can get mine up. Apologies
That's
about the stripy.
decent.
It's not, I mean, it's waist level, isn't it?
I'm enjoying the stripy sock as well. Oh, please be careful.
I got my head to touch my toe.
I know this is BBC, we're not insured for this.
Oh gosh, I forgot to do that risk assessment again, Laura. Oh my goodness. Any more? One more move for me. We've got people gathering round now, around the studio to watch.
You guys are going to get the real view.
Yeah, get that. Oh my gosh, they have got the real view. You've got your leg up to the side and practically pulled up to your ear. That is ridiculous. I'm glad I'm front on. Laura, good view from there. I mean, goodness. Shall we leave it there?
Sure.
I mean, if we want to see any more of that, we can do that. And in fact, join in as well tomorrow, can't we?
Yeah, tomorrow we are running, so right at the end of the parade, the Pride Parade Festival, there is going to be a class at 5 p.m. St Albans Beach. So where the outside yoga class normally takes place, so it'll be me taking over. If you've got a yoga mat, bring it. If not, I think there might be some down there. If not, just enjoy rolling about in the sand. But we'll be there from 5 o'clock until about 6 p.m. doing some yoga poses, a bit of a class, and then we'll hang out and do some photographs afterwards.
And you're, of course, in the Pride Parade as well, right at the front.
Yes.
Looking forward to that. And by the way, I do feel a little selfish that this is for radio for most people, and for me, I can see it. So if you do want to see Finlay and his partner Alan in their kilts, you can do that tonight on BBC Jersey. Thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate it.